We have a fabulous speaker this morning. It is Renee Kennedy, insurance broker with Couch & Associates. And while she's getting ready for her presentation, I'm going to read her introduction. Renee was born in Corpus Christi, Texas, and was a Navy brat. She's the oldest of 5 children, and her family moved 17 times before she was 14 years old and finally decided to plant roots in Memphis. She grew up with a background in singing and dancing and was the finalist in the Mid-South Fair Talent Contest. She also played on the school basketball team and golf teams in high school. She was accepted into Brigham Young University and met the love of her life that same year, and they were married. A year later, they began their family and went on to have 3 daughters and a son. While they were newly married, she became a trader at Goldman Sachs and later a stockbroker for Morgan Keegan and Dean Witter, and worked in that field for 14 years. This was while her husband was developing AAA service company. With the birth of their 4th child, she decided she would stay home and raise the children. When her baby boy was a senior, she went back into the financial services field but decided to become an insurance broker for Couch & Associates, which dovetailed into being a broker development coordinator for Aflac. She still finds time to help Steve with sales and marketing for AAA Service Company. And I now present to you Renee Kennedy.
Thank you, Miss Pat. I appreciate that. And I have to beg y'all's forgiveness today. My daughter called me at 10 o'clock last night and says, "Mom, I'm going to the hospital. I'm in labor." So needless to say, if I'm a little bit disjointed today, is because I haven't had much sleep last night. She's still in labor, by the way. And so I'm hoping we have a little baby girl today. Which brings me to my family. The one over right here behind me, that's Megan, Lindsay, Courtney, and that's Josh in the middle, and of course Steve and I. This is a picture of our family 2 years ago, which is growing as we speak, right? And right here, that little guy right there, that's McKay.
Renee, something awful's happened.
What?
I don't know what to do. You gotta help me.
What? Oh my gosh! Oh gosh! Oh, David.
It's not.
Shut up, man.
Hey, wait a minute. Surely there's something we can do to resolve this.
You scared the heck out of me.
What happened?
I was just putting away his inventory for David, and all of a sudden he comes in, I fall off the ladder. Now I got a broken leg, and now I got heart condition and other stuff. I can't handle all this stuff.
Oh, what happened, Bruce? That's his tale. There's always 2 sides to the tale.
Look, I was pulling into the business. I accidentally hit this man's car. He's the owner of the business. I was inside looking for him when this big, jolly Santa Claus looking
Hey,
I lands on my arm, breaks it,
Oh, no.
and broke my Rolex.
Oh,
$25,000 Rolex. Thank you, sir.
Hey, you scared the heck out of me, dude.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. I can't believe it. So, well, the good news is, David, your liability is going to cover Bruce. And your workman's comp is going to cover Lloyd. You have up to $5,000 on your medical and your general liability. But did you get workman's comp? How many employees did you have?
4.
4. And the law says that if you have 4 or less, you don't have to have workman's comp. Let me check my file real quick. Oh no. Oh no.
What? You don't have workers' comp, you cheap son of a gun? I got all these medical bills.
What about my Rolex?
Hey.
What about my delivery truck? My delivery truck.
Okay, well the good news is, Lynn got you some good automobile insurance.
I know.
And so that is covered because your insurance is going to cover his delivery truck. However, well, and the good news is, it wasn't a fire because you moved locations, and so if you had a fire, none of this inventory would be covered at all. So that's
Siri?
No.
Look up the number for Corey B. Trotton.
I know I'm not covered, but surely we can work something out. I'm the owner of a durable medical equipment. You're getting older every day.
Yeah, Corey?
I think you
Yeah.
just bought a $25,000 broken Rolex.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
could have been the worst day of his life. Let's give him a round of applause. Okay. You know, a lot of people say insurance is boring. There are a lot of things that happen in your daily life. And thank you guys so much, Lloyd and Bruce. And they were so sweet when I told them I wanted to actually show you guys some of the things that can happen to you in your business. So what I wanted to do is just talk about some of the things that I do: business liability, compensation, property. If any of you are in people's homes, you need to be bonded. I do that, okay? Commercial auto, special considerations like a Bailey policy. If you know someone that owns an automobile service, a body shop, anything where you have customers' property in your business, you should think of a Bailey policy to help cover that. Data breach, that goes really good with some of your companies, you know. Employee dishonesty. Now, if you don't put that on your policy, there's a big chance that you're not going to get paid. We had a guy in our business last year that stole $7,000 on a gas card. And we had to go into the security system and find out who did it and how he did it. Well, the deductible on that policy was $10,000. So needless to say, we bought $7,000 worth of gas in a month and a half. That shouldn't have happened, but I didn't do that policy. Someone else that was a friend did that for us. So the next one is, you know, many of you need professional liability. You're in a business where you may have malpractice, you may have some kind of errors and omissions. I have that kind of insurance. That's really important. We need to do that. Then there's key man insurance and buy-sell agreements, which Mark does also. I wanted to point out, you have in front of you two pieces of paper. One is a little referral, jog your memory type piece of paper. Would you please write your name at the top and your phone number? And just put a couple of stars or put a name or something on there of someone that you thought about when you were watching a little skit, okay? That would really help me out, and it would also help me prioritize my one-to-ones. I've been a little bit overwhelmed with, as a new member, trying to think of getting to everybody. Have you felt that way too, Kim? It's just really daunting when you first start. Say, okay, you gotta pay this money, and you gotta do these one-on-ones, and then you gotta, you know, pay your dues, and there's just a lot to think about when you first start. So if you could complete that and give that to me today, that sure would help me a lot. This is a lead. This is not the general referral that B&I is so great at. So this would be something where you and I would talk about it, and then you decide what and whom you want to talk to, and maybe see if I can help them. I heard a story yesterday. Oh, and let me say something about the second piece of paper. It's just a little testimonial from a customer of mine that I helped him save quite a bit of money on his daycares. Daycares are really hard to write. Contractors are hard to write. If you sub out 100% of your work, insurance companies don't want you, and you have to have certificates of liability on each one of those subs. If you have subs and they don't give you that certificate, tell them to call me. I can get them an inexpensive policy, and now they will be in full compliance with the companies that you do business with and that are looking for that. But the second piece of paper with the testimonial, when I came to B&I, I thought, how can I help people that are here? So I started looking at all of you, not as people, but as referrals that I could refer to. Who did I know that I could refer to you? And some of you I haven't gotten around to because I've been so busy with Bruce and Anthony and Kim and Lloyd and even Mike. You know, he told you about the bags. So I was trying in my brain to think how I could help. And so I started thinking, I do Aflac, and Lloyd does, he does benefits, you know, employee benefits. So I thought, well, maybe Lloyd and I could partner up. I do major medical, but I don't like major medical. It is a pain. So I decided all my major medical is going to Lloyd. And he and I are working, he's doing all the Aflac stuff with me. So there are a lot of different ways that we can be creative and we can open up to how we can help one another. Eric is actually doing luncheon for me today at Lynn's office, and he's saving me about $200 of what it would cost me if I did it myself. So tell you these things not to put a feather in my cap. I'm not all that. I had Pat read all that crap to get them ready, okay?
Not at all.
So, I really don't think anything about me. I'm just a normal grandma that just does what I do every day. My grandchildren are the apple of my eye. I love what I do, and I'm very grateful. Am I out of time? I don't know where we're at. This time clock wigs me out, and I've asked Shelley to help me with that. So, but don't critique me today, Shelley, because I'm not in a good place right now. So, anyway, are there any questions? I just want to thank you for letting me tell you what I do today. I hope it made a little sense. Nobody likes to listen to or think about their business insurance. Number one, because it's hard, it's contracts. Number two, it's a lot of work. And so, anyway, I hope it helped today. Yes, sir.
One of the things, folks, some of us in this room are very tough referrals. The thing that Renee does very well is two things. One, she goes and searches or really reviews what people have, and then goes out and shops the market to get the best fit. So take the time and give her 3 names of people you know that just said, hey, I've got that, and let her go from there. And she can find out when they renew and put things together and just kind of help those people. Because you don't know that they don't know that they don't know until they need to know it, and then it's too late.
Thank you.
And then they're calling for beef fries.
And that's a great summary. Thanks so much, Lloyd. So thank you all very much, okay?